You're probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
It's always lit over at ajsrantroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to ajsrantroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
Woo! Welcome. Sorry we're a little late today. You know, we had to work out the kinks and the whistles and the bells and things of that nature. But on today's show, we will deep dive into the politically motivated riots in LA. And that's not what we're doing for our uncomfortable conversation. This is why I used to proofread your notes before you come on. Yeah, we're going to have a very uncomfortable conversation about men's mental health and Men's Mental Health Month. And on this 6/9, we will rewind back to 1999 in our Turntable Rewind. We have an awesome throwback photo and an inspiration point that got me in my fifis. All that and more on the RANT Experience.
Thank you for tuning into the RANT Experience. This episode is brought to you by our official merch store, ajsrantroom.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you get new uploads and live streams hot off the presses. We drop a new episode of the RANT Experience every Monday, and now it's time for a politics fix.
Now, unless you've been living under a rock, we all know what's going on in the great city of Los Angeles and starting to murmur around the country with copycat protests. But let me be crystal clear. What we saw in Los Angeles this past weekend wasn't protest. It was an invasion turned riot. Several of them are paid activists, obviously. We're very clear on that. Hell-bent on causing chaos and further sowing the lines of division in our country along racial, cultural, and political lines. It was a disgraceful display by illegal immigrants and the other American traitors who cheered them on. These people gave us the images we needed, images that prove why they have no business being here. Looting, blocking traffic, attacking law enforcement. You don't do that in a country you respect. Let's be very, very clear. You do that when you see this nation as a doormat. And I, for one, am tired of wiping your feet. I am fed up, as many others, millions of others are. I am pissed off. And I am no longer handing out empathy like candy to those who came here illegally and tear down the very fabric of our country. We are damn near to the point of no return. Let me say this loud and proud. The United States is not the world's social services office. We're not here to feed you, house you, clothe you, give you free education, free health care, and then stand silent when you flip off the flag. If you're coming to America, bring something to the damn table. We don't need more people picking strawberries, cotton, etc., etc. We need builders. We need thinkers. We need patriots. And to the so-called Americans who joined in, you're traitors, spineless cowards enabling lawlessness. You don't care about justice. You care about chaos. You crave viral videos and headlines. You're addicted to fake outrage and allergic to real solutions. You are every bit as dangerous as the illegals you defend. I stand with my president. I stand with Donald Trump. Everything he's doing to support ICE agents, constitutional. Everything he's doing to strengthen the border, necessary. You act like animals, you get dealt with like animals. This isn't controversial. It's just common sense. But for Democrats, common sense went out the window a long time ago now. The Democrats, they're a bunch of performative puppets. They don't want to fix this. They want optics. They want the chaos. They want the votes. They love the riots, the anger, the breakdown of order, because they think that will help them cling to power. They don't want solutions. They want your submission. Do we remember COVID, y'all? Remember COVID, right? Okay, cool. But we're not submitting. We're not backing down. Our president is not backing down. We see what's happening, and we're done being quiet. This isn't about race. It's about respect for law, for borders, for sovereignty. And if you can't respect that, you don't belong here. Period. To the patriots out there, the ones who see what's going on and feel helpless, you are not alone. Stand up, speak out, unapologetically speak out, fight back politically, legally, peacefully, but with full force. This is not a time to be passive. This is not a time to cower. This is not a time to pussyfoot and act like you don't understand what's going on, or you don't want to upset somebody, or you don't want your parents to be mad. Let them get mad. Who cares? It's do or die. Your silence is complicit. You are complicit in this debauchery going on in our country right now. And to the rest, to the illegals and their enablers, understand this. America's patience is running out. Our compassion has been abused. Our laws have been mocked. And our borders have been trampled. The party is over. This is our country, and we're taking it back. Even if that means painting the streets with your blood. So all this unconstitutional babble, Donald Trump, you're never going to get to impeach him again. He's never going to be that stupid. He said on Truth Social today, a once great American city, Los Angeles, has been invaded and occupied by illegal immigrants and criminals. Now, violent insurrectionist mobs are swarming and attacking our federal agents to try and stop our deportation operations. But these lawless riots only strengthen our resolve. I am directing Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, and Attorney General Pam Bondi, in coordination with all other relevant departments and agencies, to take all such necessary actions to liberate Los Angeles from migrant invasion and put an end to these migrant riots. Order will be restored, the illegals will be expelled, and Los Angeles will be set free. Thank you for your attention to this matter. That's a president, ladies and gentlemen. Where was this energy when Barack Obama was president and deporting people? There were murmurs of what he was doing, but there was never this outrage, this panic. Oh my gosh, Barack Obama is deporting millions of people. Because that's what he ran on. If there's one thing I absolutely agree with Barack Obama on, was his immigration policy. What are you doing here? You're not contributing to the country. You're pulling off the social programs. You're doing jobs we don't need you to do. Because there's this theory that if somehow we kick out all the Hispanics, that suddenly no one will be there to clean your toilets, Donald Trump, or no one will be there to pick the strawberries, because apparently that's all they see y'all for. A labor to abuse. They want to abuse you. They want to use you. You are the new slaves. Literally, you are the new slaves. They're trying to replace us niggas, you know. They're trying to replace us in the vote because they know they're slipping. The black vote is slipping. And they know they don't have to lose that much of the black vote. And they lost enough in the last election to take heed. It wasn't a big margin by most metrics, but to them, they see what's going on. That's why they wanted this invasion to happen. These people come in here, they breed like cockroaches. So then there'll all be little baby Democrats running around here. Thankful that the senile old man let us in the country and he's a Democrat. So therefore we have to be Democrats because your black asses are now getting uppity, as my homie LBJ said. See, now niggas are in their uppityness now. Now we in it. We understand it now. Got motherfuckers out here reading. Most educated, got degrees. Yeah. So before we lose the black vote or too much of it, we got to replace these people. So that's what all this was a replacement theory, political replacement theory, so they can keep power. And basically a Republican would be unelectable for the next 20 years. But the plan was voided when a man named Donald Trump came down an escalator in 2015 and said, I see what's going on here. Stop the press. Disrupted everything because it's supposed to be Obama, Clinton, and then whoever's supposed to be after that, because those 4 terms were supposed to transform this country into some global pact where we are the world's bitch and the world social service programs, and we're just throwing cash at everything. Taxes would have been out the wazoo. Y'all mad about the one big beautiful bill. Meanwhile, you're not mad at Joe Biden for doing nothing. Where was his comprehensive tax plan that really shook the table? Oh, yeah, we didn't get it. We got some bullshit that ended up raising the taxes and inflation. But no, we don't talk about that. It is Joe Biden. He's perfect. You know, he was perfect president. He was the best ever. Believe what you want, but you know what's so funny? Let's go to this psychopath who was out on the streets, I believe, yesterday. And then we'll talk about it. Roll it, Prince.
Police have just fired
over a flag. I took my flag and I slapped it on the ground because obviously the state of America. I'm dragging them because they're dragging us. And over a flag, y'all saw what happened. Listen, I'm here because there's people that can't be here. And I'm willing to endure that. If a U.S. citizen has to endure that for every human to get rights.
Can you just tell me the feeling among Angelenos here?
I'm born and raised here. I'm 24 years old. I'm young. I know there's people here younger, older than me. It's immigrants built this city. There's no denying that. And when they're trying to take that out, it's not okay. It's just not okay.
This is what happens when you have ill-informed, psychopathic people who don't understand what the hell the difference is between legal immigration and illegal immigration. Because if you notice in Kamala's address, she said immigration, immigrants, right? So she's making it seem like it's an attack on all immigrants. That's the optics they're trying to play, right? They know it's about illegal immigration, but they're never going to say that. They're going to say immigrants, because they want to make it seem like you who did it the right way, you who did the paperwork, you who paid the fees, you who learned the Pledge of Allegiance is the problem. You're not the problem. The problem is when you float over here on a tennis ball, or you climb barbed wire, or you sneak through under a tunnel. Yeah, those are the people we're talking about. And then when you have cells amongst them committing horrendous crimes against our citizens of all colors, and then you want to sit here and tell me that this is about immigration? No, it's about illegal immigration. They always leave that word out in the press. They leave it out in their releases. The Democrats always leave it out in their speeches. because they want to get retarded people like this whipped up, emotional. They know he's erratic. He's having too much anal sex and can't figure out why he's not fulfilled. And then you want to come here and stomp on the flag that's allowing you to get fucked in the ass with no repercussions. This person's going to be stopped when he goes too far. He's going to go too far. And the moment he goes too far, it's going to be somebody else's fault. How he grew up. The uncle that touched his butt. All these other excuses. But no, it's you at this point. You're 24 years old with blonde hair. Let me stop. I was 17 with blonde hair. But no, seriously. This is pathetic. And it's sad that Democrats are pulling this stunt that these clearly led by funded insurrectionists, people paid to go out there and dust up. Now you got protests popping up all over the country for no reason. This is about, for the 90,000th time, illegal immigration. Illegal. Not legal. Not you did it right. When you did it wrong. When you did it wrong and you want special treatment. When you did it wrong and you don't want to get caught. When you did it wrong, you get caught and you act like a victim. That's what we're talking about here. So when those ICE agents went to pick up 4 people, they had a warrant for 4 people, and then rolled up in there and realized there's like 40 of these people in here. So now, round them up, boys. That's all you got to do. You're home, right? You're home, right? So your papers should be here. If you got your papers, they should be here. So now you ain't got no papers, and now you mad because you got to go. Yeah, you got to go. This is a sad display for our country. This is unacceptable on every level. This is pathetic. I've been seething over this for the last day and a half because I cannot believe these people monkeyed barred right into this. And then next week there'll be outrage about something else. Outrage after outrage after fake outrage after fake outrage after fake outrage after fake outrage. So the fake outrage this week is burn shit down because immigrants are under attack. No, illegal immigrants are. And then y'all know that rapper Plies. So he gets his little munchkin ass up on the internet all the time, and apparently people think he's so politically savvy. This man is dumb. He's another dumb monkey with a platform and a bunch of idiots following him. This man is about as politically astute as the piss. Oh, well, this is what the Hispanics get for voting for Trump. No, Hispanics who are legal don't give a fuck. Hispanics who are citizens of this country don't care. They don't give a damn. They know what they voted for. They know what they supported. But when you're dumb as a box of rocks, and meanwhile, this is a man that produced some of the nastiest rap songs ever, and you got a platform to talk about politics? Oh yeah, I forgot. Democrats, you got Meg the Stallion and Glorilla and shaking their asses at rallies. So I guess Plies is probably he's probably Disney tunes at this point. Please stop playing with us, people. We ain't backing down. America's fed up. This is what we voted for. So y'all can sit up here and try to come into live streams trying to sound constitutional and like what the hell you're talking about. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're sitting here advocating for the harassment of ICE agents who are just doing their jobs, the doxing of ICE agents. Now you're putting their families in jeopardy. These people don't make millions of dollars. They can't hire their own personal security. These people make an average salary, just like most Americans. They're not balling out, wilding out, and have a budget line where they could hire another person for $100,000 a year to protect their family. They don't have that. So when you decide to act like irrational, un-American, insurrectionist chimpanzees, you're going to get dealt with. Period. Full stop. And if you don't think this is constitutional, you better get up on it. Donald Trump is doing everything within his constitutional powers to restore law and order to Los Angeles. This ain't a game. We ain't playing with you people this time. This ain't no punk. This ain't no past Republicans. Oh, I'm gonna back down. They calling me racist. I don't give a fuck. Call me a racist. Call me whatever you like. But the one thing you won't call me is your bitch. That's what you won't call me. Hi, I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message. Should we do? You know what? And speaking of the governor of California, can we get Prince? Can we do the Gavin Newsom video? So this will be the perfect campaign ad when this bonehead throws his hat in the race for president. Roll it, Prince.
There's the American dream and the California dream. There's no Alabama dream. Eat your heart out, Texas, Tennessee, and Florida. This is California. The world looks to us to see that it's possible to live, advance, and prosper together across every conceivable difference. It's what makes this state great, that we don't tolerate that diversity as we once had, but we truly can look today and talk in terms of how we celebrate that diversity.
Well, that's bullshit, and we know it's bullshit. How we know it's bullshit? Oh, I know it's bullshit firsthand. I moved from New York City to Los Angeles. It's basically like, yeah, I'll say it. It's like fucking one twin and then going and fucking her in another city, right? Fucking her sister in another city, right? And you're like, oh, it's the same. Except one has a mole. It's basically the same thing. Where California makes up for what New York does. New York, they make it up in taxes in California. They're both insanely taxed, insane cost of living, insane rent, insane mortgages, insane property taxes. And that's the dream? No. I'll move from one nightmare to another one. California is beautiful. The weather is always beautiful. It's always beautiful in California most of the time, right? When it's not burning down. It's pretty aesthetically pleasing place. But when you have to work 7 days a week just to eat, then suddenly it's not so fun anymore. Suddenly it's like, what the hell did I do? I just traded one BS situation for another. What are we doing here? Ain't nobody got time for this. California is a ghetto heaven. Don't move there. Don't move there till they get those taxes together, till they get that homeless epidemic. Homelessness is an epidemic in Los Angeles. When you see tents in Beverly Hills, you know you've crossed the line. First of all, Beverly Hills is not that easy to get to, public transportation. So when you see tents starting to pop up in cities where they now have to set up ordinances that instantly strike tents when they see them, like Culver City did. Yeah. LA. I don't know about other parts of California, but I know that Los Angeles area. Oh, no. Do not move there. Do not. And the traffic's even worse, right? So the traffic's terrible. The cost of living is impossible. You're never not going to have roommates. So unless you're balling like that. Because I would tell you what's being gutted in California, the middle class. The middle class is gutted already. You're either rich or you're broke. But very few people are in between at this point in that state. Because it's hard to sustain, because literally the middle class gets fucked because you're feeding the people below you, and the people above you get all the great tax breaks and you get screwed and you end up with it in the end. That's how it works. So yeah, California is not this big dream. It's a fantasy, but you can go touch the hot stove if you want to, but you can't say AJ didn't tell you. All right, where we at in this situation? Ah! So, what happened on this day in American history?
So, what happened on this day in American history? In 1915, American guitarist, songwriter, and co designer of the Gibson guitar Les Paul is born. In 1934, Donald Duck first appears in the cartoon The Little Wise Hen. In the year of our Lord 1978, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints announced the end of its 148-year-long policy of excluding black men from the priesthood. And on this day in 1980, comedian and actor Richard Pryor set himself on fire accidentally after freebasing cocaine. The incident led to Pryor's increased activism in addressing drug addiction. Now, are we ready for an uncomfortable conversation? Rant Summer is here. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com. We got all of your summer needs covered. From bathing suits to swim trunks, flip-flops and tote bags, towels, tanks, and muscle shirts. Oh, and you can't forget about the visors and the hats. It's lit. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get your summer poppin'. You won't be disappointed.
All right. So, today's uncomfortable conversation is about men's mental health. As many of us know, this is June. This is Men's Mental Health Month, and we love to talk about mental health until it's time to talk about men's mental health. Every June, you'll see the posts, the campaigns, the hashtags. But the truth is, we don't take men's mental health seriously until a man snaps, kills somebody, or kills himself. That's the reality. It's reactionary care. Too little, always too damn late. Let's talk facts. Men make up nearly 80% of all suicides in the United States. 8 out of 10. That's not just tragic, that's a crisis. And yet, most people still treat male depression like it's a punchline or a weakness. We've created a culture where suffering and silence is expected, where pain is part of the performance of being a man. When it comes to violence, men are both the majority of perpetrators and the majority of victims. Over 90% of homicides are committed by men, and men make up around 70% of homicide victims. We talk about crime, we talk about violence, but we rarely ask, why are men hurting so badly in the first place? Men don't just wake up violent, they grow up unheard, unseen, unhealed. When it comes to depression, women are diagnosed nearly twice as often as men. But that doesn't mean men aren't struggling. It means men are less likely to seek help. You know why? Because therapy still carries a stigma. Vulnerability still gets clowned, and honesty still gets held against us, especially by the people closest to us. A lot of men walk around holding years of pain they've never said out loud because the fear is real. Fear of being exposed in a future argument, fear of being emasculated by someone they trusted, fear of being judged, misunderstood, or told to man up, fear of being seen as weak or worse, feminine, fear of being labeled a loser or for needing help. That's why so many brothers stay quiet, smile through the breakdown, numb themselves with work, sex, weed, liquor, the gym, whatever numbs the noise. Because in a world that teaches boys not to cry, most of us never learned how to speak. But let me be real with you. We cannot heal what we won't reveal. Men, we all need a quote safe space. We need permission to feel, permission to break down, permission to rebuild. Mental health isn't soft, it's survival. The peace will eat you alive. And if you don't protect your peace, we know where that goes. So during this Men's Mental Health Month, I'm challenging every man listening. Talk up, open up, unlearn the silence. Your life, your relationships, your future depend on it. And for everyone else, stop asking men to be vulnerable and then using it against them. That's not love. That's sabotage. Men are not machines. We feel deeply, we hurt quietly, and we deserve to be whole. Let's stop waiting until the funeral to have this conversation. As a man, we go to war with the world every day, and so many of us don't even have peace where we lay our heads. It's a constant cycle of fighting uphill with no relief in sight. Well, with that said, I'm share some resources with you guys, two of which I've used myself. And I'm a work in progress. Let's be clear. I'm not talking from like, oh, I'm perfect and I've got it all figured out. Trust me, my life is lifing. Oh, the life is lifing, baby. But it's not about what happens in your life, it's about what you do with it, right? So, as one of my mentors would say, it's okay to sit in it for a little while, but don't sit in it for too long. Because if you sit in it for too long, then it becomes normal. And then when it becomes normal, you start looking crazy, you start sounding crazy, you start smelling crazy. It just is crazy. So, here are four links. The first of which that I use myself, mantherapy.org. Do we have the overlay, French? There we go. We have the National Institute of Mental Health, which is nih.gov. We have men's therapy at man therapy at mantherapy.org. We had Heads Up Guys at headsupguys.org. And another one I've used, which is the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, because sometimes life be lifing. It be 3 o'clock in the morning and none of your friends want you calling them, bothering with their stuff. And it's also good to talk to someone outside of the bubble, because they can kind of give you a different perspective on things as well. So you can call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. All of these links will be in the description of the video at the end of the live stream. So if you need to double back or circle back, we will provide you with the details of that at the end of this. And this is our turntable. This is our turntable rewind. All right, Prince, let's scratch that. This is our turntable rewind. All right. Today is 6/9, and on 6/9 in 1999, these were the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100. Coming in at number 10 is 808 by Block. I think, oh yeah. Oh, that was a good song. Rolling through at number 9 is Every Morning by Sugar Ray. I don't know that song. Y'all know that song? I don't know that song. Pushing through at number 8 is That Don't Impress Me Much. That was a good song. Shana Twan. That's what I call her. I don't call her Shania Twain. I call her Shana Twan. Rolling through at number 7 is Who Dat by JT Money featuring Soleil. I don't know that song either. Number 6, Where My Girls At? From the front to back, well, did you feel that? Hey, put a little country version on that. Spot 702, Where My Girls At? Pushing through at number 5 is Kiss Me by Sixpence. None the Richer. I don't know the band or the song, but congratulations on having a top 5 hit, Once Upon a Time. Rolling through at number 4 is one of my favorite artists of all time, Maxwell with Fortunate. I didn't know this song was that. I didn't know this song was a top 5 joint. Oh, no wonder Maxwell. That's why he had big budgets. I always wonder why he had big. Not that he didn't deserve them, but I'm just saying. I always thought he was more of a strictly R&B artist. I didn't know he had pop hits too as well. Anyway, speaking of pop hits, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time, rolling through at number 3 with no scrubs, is TLC. Rest in peace, Left Eye. Coming through at number 2 is our favorite vocal hack, Jennifer Lopez, with her debut single, If You Had My Love. I wish, if y'all don't know the story of this song, there was a singer, an amazing singer named Shantae Moore, who had a song called If I Gave Love. And she was about to release that as her second single off her, I think her second or third album. But it was she had the Shantae's Got a Man song, and then she was about to drop If I Gave You Love, and then Diddy heard the song and he was like, I want that song for Jennifer Lopez. And Darkchild was like, I already put that song on Shantae Moore. He's like, yeah, I want that song. So he literally wrote the same song. He just changed the lyrics, same melody. You could literally sing the songs over each other. And then come to find out, most of that song wasn't even J-Lo's voice to begin with. Coming in at number 1 is Vida Loca. She living la vida loca. Oh my gosh, that song was everywhere and annoying at the same time. Remember when Chris Rock was like, Ricky need a hit. Ricky need a hit like a crackhead need a hit. The number 1 album in America on this day in 1999 was Millennium by the Black. Was Millennium by the Backstreet Boys. Millennium held the record for the most shipments in 1 year, with 11 million units in the United States in 1999. It was nominated for 5 Grammys and became one of the best-selling albums of all time, selling 24 million units worldwide. The Backstreet Boys promoted the Millennium album through the Millennium Tour, which became one of the fastest-grossing tours ever. And Prince, you were right. The number 1 movie in America on this day was Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. Yeah, I ain't see this. The film was a box office success and broke numerous records. It grossed $942 million worldwide during its initial theatrical run, becoming the highest grossing film of 1999, the second highest grossing film of all time, and the third highest in North America behind Titanic and Star Wars. I think I saw part of Titanic. I think, because that's a really long movie. And if you're gonna take 3 hours of my life, it better be worth it. Like Malcolm X, that's 3 hours I never waste watching Malcolm X. Anyway, as well as highest grossing Star Wars film at the time, not factoring inflation. And Prince, now it's time for an AJ. Let's go. Oh, yeah. So speaking of LA, this is probably my first week in LA. I just moved there. And I don't know what I was doing. I think I was outside the apartment I was living in. And I call this picture the Black John Lennon, because I felt like John Lennon with those rose-colored glasses on, or red, or whatever the hell they were. I don't remember. I think they were red. Yeah, they were red. and I was super toasty, dark, black, blackity, black, because I love the sun. I was toasted black. And I put a filter on it to make me a little bit darker, but I was super black. Who said that? Who said that? Wait a minute. It doesn't tell me. Wait, who said? You lucky the name is not on there. I just saw it pop up. But I had other pictures from this shoot, but not shoot, but from this moment in time, but I can't find them nowhere. But I love the look. I love the skin. I love the t-shirt. I love what it represented. I love where I was at that time in LA. I was fresh and new before I had to really start living in LA. You know, when you first move someplace, it's like, oh, hey, I live here. And I was like, all right, I get to work. So that's me in LA getting my John Lennon on. And where are we going? Oh, we rolling through to
Don't just leave me alone.
This is my boyfriend Derek. This is Derek's boyfriend Ben.
Wait, sorry, what's the situation?
Derek is gay, but he's straight for me, but he's gay for Ben, and Ben's really gay for Derek.
Girl, what the fuck?
He got fired, y'all, and this is what he's doing. Oh my God, he is tearing up the building. He got fired. Oh, you serious? He really did this? He gonna go to jail. Why is he? Why is he doing that?
He got fired. He's gonna get arrested. Easy. Wow. They hurt me. I still got my job.
I am a 58-year-old adult human female. I am formally making my proclamation, exclamation, right now to you. I will no longer be associating with any white males of any kind. It does not matter if liberal or conservative. It does not matter what color hair or eyes. As long as the skin is white and it is a male, I will not be associating with it anymore.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that? Bitch, all summer we sucking dick. We sucking dick, taking everybody's man. We're fucking everybody that got. We sucking everybody nigga dick.
This video is for straight men and straight men only. I'm sorry, but how in the world could you not like me? Yes, I'm a trans woman, I'm a doll.
Damn!
Like, what is so different about dating me than a cis woman? I can do everything that she can.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Saul killed 1,000. David 2,000. Saul killed 1,000. David 10,000. They not like us. They not like y'all. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Did Big eat ass?
Ooh. Yeah, I guess that depends on who you ask. Oh,
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
They gonna listen ready for that answer.
He ate mine a few times. I might have ate his back.
Faith. There's just certain things you should just take to the grave. Where are we? What the hell made Nori ask that question? Yo. All right. Hold on. Let me get a sip here. All right, let's roll with our
But I'm always curious to ask this question about actors. When you tap into an emotion, have you acknowledged that emotion as real or fake?
It's always real. I'm always looking to tell the truth. Like, how close can I get to the truth? You know what I mean? That's like every role I take, every opportunity I get, I'm just trying to tell the truth. I'm not really acting no more when I'm on screen. I'm telling the truth. You know, and I feel like in my position too, it can, I don't know, man. I get asked a lot about being put in a box. Like, you feel like you're gonna get put in a box? And for me, I feel like I play different characters. But for some reason, I feel like everybody sees me as one thing. You know, and I don't know how to feel about it. Cause I mean, even when my first acting class I took in LA, they had this exercise where it's the first day of class and you have all these actors in there. And then she sit a chair in the front of the room, boom. And she said, all right, you, come here. Sit right here. This is me, I'm sitting in the chair. Back towards the whole crowd. All right, y'all, I want y'all to tell this guy what y'all see him as. So I'm sitting in the chair, everybody's saying, bad boy, the thug, the killer. I'm hearing this stuff. They don't know me, you know what I mean? I'm hearing this stuff. And she's like, all right, stop. She's like, all right, turn around, introduce yourself. So I turn around, I'm like,
which one of y'all niggas trying me?
Yeah. I'm like, Woody, nice to meet y'all. Everybody's laughing. Turn back around. All right, what y'all see him as? Oh, he's the nice guy. He's the sweet guy. He's the da-da-da-da. But that moment made me realize people judge you before you even talk, before you even say something. You know what I mean? So before I was just picking any kind of role because I just wanted to act. But now moving forward in my career, it's like I want to be very strategic of what I pick because I don't want everybody to keep perceiving me as this bad person because
It's okay, bro.
So when I saw that moment, I was like, oh, I get it. Because one thing I was clear for like the 2 seconds I was in LA, I was like, I'm never playing a slave. I'm never playing a thug. I'm never playing a drug dealer. I'm never playing a domestic abuser or any of those other stereotypical roles because for some reason, when you're a black male, yeah, we're going to talk race for a second. Those are usually the opportunities available to you. So I done knocked out 90% of the jobs I would ever be considered for. That's terrible. But the bigger point, you know, and I understood the break because this is what we were just talking about, men's mental health. You have to sit there and laugh it off. You know, it's no different than just walking the Target, minding your business, having a great day. All of a sudden, the people need to cross and people need to cut the purses and people need to switch hands of the bags. And it's like, damn, what the fuck did I do? I just showed up. But the bigger lesson, and he'll get it, you know, as he matures, is the moment you stop caring, you ain't breaking down no more. Because guess what? I'm not responsible for how you perceive me, nor am I going to play up to get you to like me. I'm going to just be myself, and you do what you want with it. Because I used to be that guy. I walk in the room, especially around the in the corporate world. Oh, forget it. Voice light, bright, damn near white. Hi, Phil. How are you, Phil? I'm good, Phil. It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. But he did that's Woody McClain, for those who didn't know. He's an actor. He's a dope actor. He played Bobby Brown in the New Edition biopic, and then he played Bobby Brown himself in Bobby Brown's solo biopic. So I get it. You have to be that intentional. You know who was intentional like that? Denzel Washington. He was very intentional. Cicely Tyson was very intentional with the role she took. She wasn't just like, yeah, I'm not playing anything that degrades me. I'm not playing anything that doesn't have depth and range in it. That's what they'll offer you. They'll offer you, thug number 4. And then you take thug number 4 because you got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? So you'll play thug number 4 to pay bills. But don't get so down on desperation that you sell your soul. Understand some jobs you got to take for the money. I get it. But I'm proud of him taking control of his destiny and choosing the roles that he wants. He's in the position now to do it. So why not? So it is what it is. Who gives a damn what they think? No matter who you are, even the greatest, nicest, most kindest person in the world, there's always going to be somebody with a problem with them, no matter what. So with that said, do you, live you, and then everybody can kiss your ass. All right? Anyway, do some quick shout out. Shout out to my producer, Prince, who's on his phone right now and not paying attention. Thank you. Shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for always holding me down. Shout out to the Rant fam. Thank y'all so much for holding me down and supporting the content. And make sure you head on over to ajsrantroom.com and grab you some cool merch. Shout out to my Trifecta Hour fam. Don't forget to tune into Trifecta Hour every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on these YouTube streets. Make sure you go subscribe to Trifecta Hour. Make sure you subscribe to me, AJ's Rant Room, across the board. That is Instagram, that is X, that is TikTok, and that's right here on YouTube. Anyway, to some of you, this might be just another podcast, but to me, this is the next chapter in purpose, and I thank you for spending some of your time with me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to give me a few moments of your evening, and for that, I'm grateful. And with that said, I'm out.